AI is only as powerful as the platform it's built into. That's why it's no surprise that more than 85% of the Fortune 500 use the ServiceNow AI platform. While other platforms duct tape tools together, ServiceNow seamlessly unifies people, data, workflows, and AI, connecting every corner of your business. And with AI agents working together autonomously, anyone in any department can focus on the work that matters most. Learn how ServiceNow puts AI to work for people at ServiceNow.com. Hey everyone, welcome to Serve, brought to you by ServiceNow. Day 3 recap from Roland Garros. Was that bad?
That was bad.
Sorry. Roland Garros. Try again. Sinner rolls, Clement Tabor, 26 years old, first time playing the main draw at the French Open. Had to be a pretty cool experience. I saw a stat on the TNT coverage. He made $100,000 for losing to Sinner today. The previous high for like any day, so that means any tournament, is 90 for Tabor.
Really?
Yeah, so he made more today than he had ever made for like a given tournament.
You mean like a whole tournament, not just like a single match?
Well, you get paid on one day of a tournament. Like it's not as if they don't pay you in installments.
Oh, I thought
as you go. It's not like you win your first round, they give you a bag.
I thought you were saying he had never made more than 90 grand playing into a tournament, period.
No. So I think playing a full tournament, the way that I understood the stat was his high for any tournament ever was 90 grand, and he made 100 grand for today. So listen, 26 years old, props. Hope it was a fun experience. He had to hit a lot of really good shots to try to even make a dent in Sinner. Like, we won't spend much time on Sinner because I know he's going to eat up a lot of our coverage over the next 2 weeks, but has to be depressing. And like, I was actively counting the amount of quality shots that he was hitting per rally when he was losing rallies, and it was 5-6 balls. I actually thought he played pretty well. Upset of the day on the men's side. FAA still battling as we're talking here, but Medi goes down to Walton from Australia.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that sound? It sounds like silence, but you know what that actually was?
What was it?
My bracket.
Just crashing and
annihilating.
Oh.
Medi loses 6-4 in the fifth. Like, there's some stuff that, listen, what we're doing with predictions and bracket, we're guessing. Like, I know that we know a lot, and predictions it's basically a synonym for guessing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Walton didn't even play on clay after Houston.
No.
He made a final on challenger and a quarter of a challenger in Asia in lead up to Roland Garros. Like, he wasn't even trying to play on clay, which obviously means you're going to beat a former world number 1 and Grand Slam champion in 5 sets. First round of the French Open on a hot day.
Yeah, he did play Madrid.
Oh, he played Madrid?
Yeah, he beat Lando Luthe in the first round.
I mean, that's a big win.
And lost Karen Hachinov in the second round.
Not a lot of prep time.
But it was a lot of hard court after that.
When you start your clay court season and then 6 weeks pass or 4 weeks pass or 5 weeks pass before your next match on clay.
Yeah. He's played like 4 matches on clay since the start of the year.
Yeah. So anyways, not one that I looked at. You know, I didn't feel great about Medi. I mean, you can listen to our draw show. You had to pick someone in that section. I didn't feel great about it, but I don't know that I saw him going out first round to someone who also might dislike clay a little bit. So maybe some soul searching for Medi. If you take out the Rome result, you could have the narrative that Medi lost 0-0 in Monte-Carlo and then lost to Walton first round of the Aussie Open. But there is a semifinal in Rome where obviously he almost beats Sinner in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So Medi.
Medi being Medi.
So Medi.
So Medi. You know what? I'm watching Medi today, and I feel like Roland Garros, the way that the clay is, like, shines a light on not native clay movers.
Okay.
Right? Like, I played fine in Rome. I was not good on clay. I was a dumpster fire on clay, not my favorite surface. I won 5 times on clay on tour, and I wasn't great on it, right? It was a very big equalizer. On a hot day at Roland Garros, the clay, it almost feels like baking powder, right? Whereas like Rome, it feels like salt, right? So you can dig in Rome, you can be a heavier mover. On clay, it's like you have to be like a native like slider, right? Like to kind of flow into it. Medi's not that, right? I think that's worth mentioning. I should have thought about it. I mean, I knew it. I've talked about it before on air. Just can't quit Medi.
Can I ask you about the weather real quick?
Yeah.
Because today I think it says that the high was around like 88, afternoon high around 88 degrees Fahrenheit. But the low overnight's 64. How much of does that temperature change affect the moisture of the clay like in the morning, for the earlier matches versus then in the evening?
way slower. I mean, the hotter it gets, the dustier it gets, which means the more slippery it is, right? That's just basically the hotter it is, the more slippery it's going to be on a clay court. Even with water and everything else, it just takes the water. It's like anything. Go pour water in your backyard on a day that's 95 degrees outside, and it's going to soak it up quicker, right? It's the same. It's hot, but it's hot for Paris.
Okay.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're in Cincinnati in the middle of summer and someone's like, it's going to be 62 overnight and 88 during the day, it's like, oh, this is air conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it does matter, but I think it's just an outlier for Paris. I mean, we were talking to JW last week when we were doing shows and it was 52 degrees and rainy. Right? So the variance does matter. 88 degrees it's warm, it's hot. Like it definitely is, but compared to the rest of there are 12 events that are going to be way hotter than that this year. So it is a factor. I'm surprised that it's as much of a talking point. I think the biggest thing isn't so much the toll that the heat will take on the players at Roland Garros. It's the way it makes the ball travel. Like that up and away where the ball starts flying all of a sudden. You can play different ways. You can serve and volley and come in. You can, Rafa, everyone's like, he loves a slow clay court. He loves a fast, high bouncing clay court where it's like, it gets warm out and his ball's zipping all around and going even further out of the zone. It changes the what's available to you on a clay court, I think, maybe more than any other surface. So I think that's kind of the big one. It's always fun when you're in a slam and you feel like you're kind of seeing the potential of changing the guard a little bit. Like Marin Čilić is an uber professional. I played against him. The guy's so good from the baseline. He was one of the early ones who was tall, but didn't sacrifice ball striking for it. Wins the U.S. Open in 2014. Had been hurt, still comes back. He's 46 in the world right now. Like is still coming back and still playing well. Beats Draper at Wimbledon last year. Kouamé, this French kid, is going to be very good. When you see a 17-year-old take out someone as savvy as Čilić in pretty straightforward fashion at your home Grand Slam, hype is one thing. Delivering like that, one to watch.
So Megan dropped in something in here. It's Kouamé is the youngest player in the Open era to defeat a Slam champion in men's singles at Roland Garros, surpassing Michael Chang, who did it in '89.
Little different.
Yeah.
Because Michael Chang did it in the quarters before he won the tournament. So long way to go. So that's
it still happened.
That is a true stat. And Chang's victory was over Lendl in the quarters when he was cramping and hit an underhand serve. It was the first match I ever watched start to finish in my life. That's a very special place for me, Megan.
And beat Edberg in the final.
He beat Edberg in the final. He did. Vachereau beats Farrell 7-6 in the fourth set. This is another thing I want people to think about. 7-6 in the fourth set, 8-6 in the breaker. You know the difference between winning and losing that fourth set on a hot day when we just talked about everything? You feel real good about getting through that one.
Like game inches.
Oh, closing that out versus adding an hour of pain to your life. Good one. Big upset on the men's side also. Struff beats Bublik. Similar games, actually. They both like to come forward. They both... Struff made the finals in Madrid. Lost to Alcaraz maybe 3 years ago. Bublik giving up quarterfinal points from last year. Curious to see how far he drops. Is it outside of the top 16 when he's going into grass court season? We'll probably be right on the bubble. You know what we haven't talked about enough on clay? Lerner Tien. Because watching him and how good he's been on hard courts and other surfaces, I think the toughest matchup for him surface-wise is probably clay. I'm glad you mentioned Michael Chang because he's guiding Lerner Tien now. Wins in Geneva last week.
Mm-hmm.
Wins today, pretty straightforward. Like I know it was 4 sets, but the sets were pretty. Lerner Tien just knows how to play tennis already. Like he knows how to get through matches. He doesn't blow anyone off the court. He just dismantles you, which is different. He's so much fun to watch. Cam Norrie had to retire. Apparent rib injury that's been lingering. Techie Sean dropped the stat on me before we started. This is the first time that Cam Norrie has ever retired in an ATP or professional match.
That's like that's crazy.
It's wild. He's not. This is not some guy who's soft and pulling out. Like if he's hurt, my mind automatically goes to I hope he's okay for Wimbledon, because if he's pulling out of an event, that's no joke. Quickly, can you name me someone who's a very prominent name in tennis? And I know the listeners are going to be screaming at you guys as they're listening to you struggle with this answer.
Per usual.
who never retired from an ATP match. Played thousands of them.
You played thousands of them?
Oh, yeah. This is a big name. He's the Cal Ripken of our sport, and it's the most undersold stat, I think, in all of tennis.
It can't be Novak.
It is not Novak. Novak's retired against me before, so that's not Novak.
Played thousands of them.
What era?
My era.
Murray?
No.
I was going to say Sampras, but no. I don't got it.
Federer never retired from an ATP match.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. Check it.
I was going to say that, but that just seemed
The
absurd.
fans are going to be so pissed.
You guys are going to get crushed.
Well,
How do you guys work at tennis media?
We're here to learn.
For fuck's sake.
That's why we're here. I was here because I knew everything. I wouldn't need this guy.
Osaka. To be fair, if I had to turn the studio on or point the cameras or do any of the audio, we also would not have a show. So
yeah, he's writing everything down on a piece of paper.
So here we are. Yeah, this is my research department. Look right at that. But you did drop the Nori stat on me, Sean. But
yeah,
there you go.
You might have been actually before I just told you what I told you. You might have been the only person on earth that knew that stat about Nori and didn't know the one about Federer.
Probably.
Just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Osaka rolls. Kalinskaya takes out the Cinderella story of last year, Bosson. Started at 300 and something last year. Full year to make up ground. Has dealt with some injuries. Watched it today. The magic that was there last year was not there today. And you could feel her just wanting to find something. 2-2, pretty straightforward. Maddie Keys rolls 3-0. I need her to win a couple of those easy matches, right? May not have played great this year. I think that all kind of goes by the wayside if she wins a couple more matches, right? She's good enough to where if she reestablishes form, you go, oh, contender, right? Or at least contender for the final weekend. Birrell beats Jess Pegula.
That was a crazy
Big
one.
upset. Big upset. Career high 60 in the world, currently ranked, I think if I'm right, 83, maybe 95 in doubles, if I'm not correct. But beats Pegula. And I think it's such a shocking result. Like if you're going to say a result's shocking, let's talk about why, without just being critical. I think it's shocking because Jess doesn't lose matches like this. Like she doesn't lose early rounds to lower ranked players. She just hasn't been that person for 5 or 6 years. This is, if you were like, who's least likely to get upset? Jess is on that short list of people, maybe even more so than like a Coco or, other kind of high ranked players. Shocking. Birrell played smart, coached by veteran Nicole Pratt, who is a good player in her own right. But that was a tough one. That was a tough one to watch. All eyes go to the grass for Jess Pegula now. I've said this a ton of years. I think her best service could be grass. It hasn't bared fruit yet. I've been wrong, but I still think Jess Pegula's going to be in that conversation at Wimbledon. Jovic avenging a loss to Alex Yala in a recent tournament. Straightforward 4-2. Mboko is rolling. You hear that silence? It sounds like silence, but you know what it is?
It's your bracket?
It's my other bracket blowing up. Medi took carnage to my men's bracket. Maria Sakkari, 9-10 on the year. Not exactly in the best form. Lost in Strasbourg last week to Peyton Stearns. I think 1-3 or 3-1, if memory serves. Takes out Noskova, who had just played, has been playing well on the clay. I did not see that one going. I think I had Noskova to the quarters. And I think JW said something like, what? Big result. Coco rolls, Sabalenka rolls. The advantage of these tournaments is that you can play a couple of rounds to get into it where you're not playing a Baptiste early in Madrid, right? Or someone you can find your form a little bit. I'm hereby not worried about Sabalenka anymore. She needed to get a couple of these match wins in. Emma Navarro rolls. You have a stat of the day, Mike?
Well, right now, I think we're waiting on this. It's 6-6. FAA is leading the tiebreak 7-5 right now.
No, go. Well, tell me the stat of the day and we'll come back to it.
We'll come back to it. Stat of the day is 7. Okay. 7 Slam champions have lost in the first round so far this year.
Okay.
We have Emma Raducanu, Sloane Stephens. Oh, do you want?
I mean.
Okay.
I did this before and I forgot about Raducanu.
Yeah.
Krejcikova, Čilić, Sloane Stephens qualified, lost first round, and then slid right over that TNT seat. That was just
Crushed
waiting
it
there
today
for
with
her.
Coco on the desk.
Sophia Kenin won a slam, and I think she lost to Peyton Stearns. If memory, maybe I'm right about that. I hope I'm right about that. And Stan Wawrinka said goodbye to Roland Garros. And Medi. I did not have Medi losing to Walton. Got to be honest. That one's
gonna haunt you.
That one hurt a little bit. That was not the one. Alex Blocks talking about Noria retiring. Yeah. That's tough, man. That stinks. And you know what else I wanna talk about while we're waiting on this FAA result? Monfils.
Oh yes, yeah. Well, you wanted to spend some time on that.
I do want to spend some time on that because I gotta say, like, I think when I was playing, I don't think with certain people I could see the forest through the trees. Right? Monfils, if I'm being honest, used to frustrate me to no end. Like, it was a tough matchup. I didn't like playing him, but also I'm like, man, you have all of this ability, and like we want everyone to be as serious all the time as like Rafa, or I was very serious, but I was also miserable on court. Like, I was a thief of joy to the experience of Gaël Monfils, and I think I was wrong. I think I was totally wrong. Like, the emotion that people have about it being his last thing and wanting to say goodbye, it's not the same as like a Wawrinka where it's full of like, fuck man, you went and took the big three out. Like, you're a stanimal. I was going to say animal, but then I remembered his nickname. And it's not like the Rafa where we're saying goodbye to a generation, but like, it's simply the reaction. People feel like they're losing a big slice of joy in tennis. Right? And like, listen, do I think Monfils was potentially one of maybe the best, like, just raw athlete if you're putting him into like a decathlon that's ever played tennis? Yeah, I think it's a conversation. You know, does it matter that he didn't win a slam? Yeah, fine. And that's not the point with Gaël.
Yeah.
He is so watchable.
So watchable.
Everyone loves him in the locker room. Everyone. Like, I got into words with him, and I'm a fucking idiot because, like, I'm the only person ever that may have had that experience. That's on me. I got in arguments with lots of people. So
yeah, it tracks.
If you get in arguments with lots of people, and half the tour doesn't like you, and then you have a person who you've gotten in an argument with that everyone loves, guess whose fault it is most likely?
Yeah,
I'm serious.
Yeah, I know.
I just sat back and I was watching that match yesterday. I'm like, I wish I would have appreciated him in real time more when I was next to him, as opposed to kind of it taking the moment where he's saying goodbye for me to go, you know what? I've been holding this thing where I wanted him to be a top 3 player.
Yeah.
I wanted him to be in the finals of Grand Slams more often. But also part of that want is because of the emotions that he stirs up. Like, it's you can't turn him off. You never could. You know, and was it a step too far, you know, playing 5 sets at a slam at, 39 years old or whatever. And I thought what he said about Svitolina was beautiful. Was beautiful. No notes on Gaël Monfils. I don't want to say like I shouldn't have felt what I felt about him. I just look back, and with time I'm going, he wasn't put here to be that person, like to be that like Rafa person. He wasn't like, he was here to fill a different role.
Yeah. Like,
he was fantastic. Everyone loves watching him. Everyone loves being around him. He's like the steward of fun in tennis for so long. Oh, and by the way, he was 6-7 in the world, made a bunch of Grand Slam semifinals.
Won 13 titles.
Yeah, totally. Like, had an unbelievable career, right? And it's just, I feel bad because I missed it. I was too consumed with what I wanted him to be too often, and it got in the way of me enjoying what he is and was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's been a lot of highlights of him on social media, and Rose was watching the match. My wife was watching the match with me yesterday, and we were like looking up at a bunch of them, and she's like, this guy's so much fun to watch.
Yes.
She's like, and she said exactly what she said. She's like, I'm kind of annoyed he's retiring.
Yeah. She's
like, because I wish more people were fun to watch like this. And I was like, he's probably one of the best athletes that's ever played the game.
No, I hate to be like hyperbolic and say he's the best athlete, and someone goes, what about so-and-so? And you're like, oh yeah, so-and-so. I'm just saying, like, it's a conversation.
I think he's one.
Like, if you have 20 analysts in a room and you're like, who's the best athlete? His name is going to come up multiple times.
Yeah.
Like and then you can it gets to like, you discuss athleticism in different ways, and you either want to make it into an NFL draft combine, or you want to make it about like coordination and the Federer's racket melting in, or Rafa's physicality, or whatever it is. Then that's a side tangent. But like, I don't know, man. Like, I just watched him and I just appreciate now what he meant to the game. Mm-hmm. I appreciate the role that he filled. We had enough monsters. Like, we had enough Avengers. We had all of them.
Yeah.
For too long. Like, he was so and is still and will be, because he's not going to be forgotten because he's that guy. Like, he just has that aura. He's going to be the guy who has so much swag that he walks into a player's lounge in 5 years and people are like, oh, fuck, look at dude, Monfils.
I know. It's going to
be cool.
Him and like Jannik Noah. Like, it's not fair to the French guy.
He has like that. He has like that.
Andy Roddick.
Yeah. He has. Yeah, exactly. You're right. He has like that Noah Safin, that
like
kind
vibe,
of
dude.
Yeah, he's all vibes. And I was more annoyed than I should have been for a long time. And I think he's fantastic. And I think Svitolina's fantastic. I loved what he said. Nail on the head. I love that his guys came out to support him. That whole generation of French players, which was my generation, they were so important. I just think he's fantastic. And I needed to get it on record that I think I had it wrong for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think he's been a real service to the game.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's good to know that.
What's FAA doing?
He just closed it out.
All right.
Yep.
We were waiting
10-7.
for Upset Special to see. We were here before we started the show. We were watching.
He's all smiles.
He's all smiles, as you would be if you won a million games into the fifth set against Altmaier. Altmaier, not an easy draw. Has been dangerous at the French Open before. Anyways, we got anything else, Mike?
That's it. That's what we got.
That's it. All right. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching Quick Serve, brought to you by ServiceNow. It's your Day 3 recap. AI is only as powerful as the platform it's built on. With the ServiceNow AI platform, your AI, data, and workflows all work together, connecting every corner of your business. To see how you can put AI to work for people, visit servicenow.com/AI-agents.